Hey guys, what's up? It's Rachel. Skipping video days is something that I try to not do, obviously, and when I do skip, I usually tell you guys because it's usually due to some kind of technical difficulty or emergency, but this time I figured that I would just let the videos speak for themselves. A couple months ago, I kind of took an accidental hiatus from YouTube. Something had happened to me, and I posted a vlog shortly after, my food allergy vlog. And I told you guys in the vlog that something kind of serious had happened, but I never really elaborated on that. So here's the full story. I've been allergic to nuts my entire life, and as it's, affected what I can eat and what I can't eat, it's never really been more than just annoying. I knew that I was fatally allergic, but I had never, thank God, had any experience where my health had been threatened, where my life had actually been threatened by it. Last December, I ate some fried rice. That was not okay, apparently. There was some kind of cross-contamination with nuts, and I ended up in the hospital for my first anaphylactic situation. After that, I thought, you know what? It's an anomaly. It's the first time it's happened to me in almost 20 years. Here we go. We're fine, And I was shaken up, but I wasn't too shaken up. Now I'm very lucky. I have an incredible boyfriend. And you guys actually met him on my Valentine's Day video, the Thinking Out Loud cover. He's the guy playing guitar, as I mentioned in the video. And for Christmas, he treated me to tickets to my current favorite Broadway show, Hedwig and the Angry Inch. I had seen it last summer with Neil Patrick Harris in the lead role because I love How I Met Your Mother and I love Neil Patrick Harris, and he was phenomenal, and I fell in love with the show. I listened to the soundtrack every morning on my way to school, and Jimmy decided to get me something incredible for Christmas, and we were going to see it together, and I was so excited, and it was a month after that first fried rice incident. Now, being a little shaken up from that, we were pretty careful of what I was eating, especially on a day where we were doing something special because we didn't want anything to ruin it. We had been looking forward to it for such a long time. So we went to McDonald's. We figured it's a safe chain restaurant. We ate some cheeseburgers and we headed over to the theater. Now here's where things went bad. The theater sells nuts. And fun fact, if a surface isn't properly cleaned after a nut touched it, the protein remains there. So it doesn't matter, if you ate the peanut butter and jelly sandwich a month ago, if you didn't clean that table, that protein is still alive and well if the studies that I've read are correct, and if a person touches it that is allergic, they are screwed. And I still don't quite know what happened that night, but I'm pretty sure it was that kind of situation. We got 15 minutes into the show, we had these amazing seats. We were seeing the original Hedwig in the lead role, John Cameron Mitchell, who actually created the character. It was such an incredible 15 minutes. And then I started to feel a little itchy and have a little bit of trouble breathing. And things really went south from there. I ended up having to take a lot of medication and call my dad, who came as quickly as he could to the theater, and we rushed over to the hospital, and the staff at the theater was so nice and accommodating, and we were there for such a short amount of time that they were able to give us, I think, backdated tickets, where you call the day of, and if they have availability, they can accept your tickets and give you whatever seats they have. We didn't actually think it was going to work. This all happened back in January, and after that incident in the theater, I was really shaken up. Like, I thought I was shaken up after the first one with the fried rice, but this was bad. Obviously, I'm not going to go into details because this is something that's very personal for me, but it's been a pretty rough adventure for the last couple of months, finding my comfort again and trying to really learn why these things happened and be okay with it, and to learn how to not let them happen again, or at least try not to. Now, almost 3 months later, Jimmy and I did not expect to still be able to use the tickets, but I was terrified to even try until very recently because I was still so shaken up. I was like, if I just touch something and that happened, like, what happens if I have some kind of other thing happen to me in that theater? Like, what what can I be exposed to there? Why did this happen? This is such a weird situation. I don't understand it. I didn't want to go back. But I loved the show. And it meant so much to me that he had wanted to experience it with me, and that he got me such an incredible gift. He got me access to something that I love so much. And I felt really bad that we weren't able to enjoy it. So once I discovered that I was starting to make my peace with what had happened and I started to feel a little bit more normal, I was like, you know what? Let's try. Let's just call and see if we get in. But honestly, I didn't expect anything. I expected, oh, sorry, we didn't get the text, and then, plan B. So Thursday morning, I was in class, and I was thinking, all right, I'm gonna get home from class, I'm gonna make my video, because I was a little bit behind. I've been a little hectic with school, so I didn't have a video already prepared. And then I got the text. All capital letters, we got in. Now, we got in. What does that mean? It took me a minute to figure out that he meant that we had actually gotten in to see Hedwig with our backdated tickets. But once I figured it out, oh my god, was I excited. I spent the whole day singing the songs and kind of really reassuring myself that everything was going to be fine. And it was. We had an incredible evening. We finally got to make up for the night that we lost when bad stuff happened. And I was going to come home afterwards and make a video, and I was kind of stressing about it, but honestly, that evening that we shared was such a long time coming. And don't get me wrong, you guys and YouTube and what I do, it's all extremely, extremely important to me. But the night that I went to the hospital instead of seeing Hedwig in the Angry Inch was a very rare, horrifying experience. And the night that we finally got to enjoy the show together and enjoy each other's company in New York City was a very special, wonderful experience. And because of that, I decided to really take the time, put everything else off, which might not have been the most responsible thing in the world, but I'm human, and just enjoy it. So thank you guys so much for your patience. I hope you enjoyed story time. If you guys have had any freaky Broadway experiences, or you loved any Broadway shows, or have any food allergy stories, leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear them. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for your patience. Bye.